Hello Magical Human, welcome back to Madison Mindset the Podcast. This episode is done out of complete passion. We are down at a beautiful river. I'll show you. You can probably hear it anyway. But it's amazing. My beautiful love brought me here for a Sunday afternoon walk. It's amazing. So yeah, and I just felt inspired. So I thought I'd record the episode like this. I hope the audio turns out okay. We're going to find out, I suppose. But yeah, I didn't bring any recording equipment or anything, and I like that, I think there's too much that is manicured to perfection around on the internet. I think we need to do more organic stuff and do it more for the love of it than to be perfect. I think it serves us better to live that way and to consume things that are done with that intention. So hopefully you can hear me properly, but we're going to see. We're going to find out when I check out this episode. I mean, if you're watching it, if you're hearing it, it obviously didn't turn out too bad because I put it up, but we'll see. We'll see how we go. For this episode, I wanted to talk to you about abundance and what abundance really is. I've been looking into abundance quite a bit lately. Just looking at the blocks that I've got in my own life, and why it can be so hard to achieve what you want to achieve, or to experience what you want to experience, or to have what you want to have. And all of these things that we're told is our birthright, to be healthy, to heal, to experience abundance on every level, and we get blocked, and it's nothing blocking you, it's you blocking you, so it's good to think about it and perhaps consider that you may have been blocking yourself to some level. So I want to talk to you about that because I've uncovered some interesting things in my own experience, so we'll see. I'll see what comes up. But something I want to kind of give you in sense is the idea that abundance is the one energy. Okay, we often talk about abundance of health, abundance of money, abundance of love, abundance of creativity, abundance of nature. We kind of break it down into different categories, if I could say that. But I want to give you the idea that perhaps it's not a category. Abundance is the one energy. And it is a really simple energy. It is the idea that everything from your health, how your body functions, levels of healing, the kind of love you can experience in your life, the amount of success, the amount of money, all of it is available all around you in leaps and bounds of infinite levels and depths, okay? I want to give you that idea. Now, the idea of karma, right, which people often get wrong, I got wrong for years, but when you look into it a bit deeper, especially I got my deeper understanding from Buddhism, karma is basically the ingredients that you were given to work with. Okay, so when you're born, you're given a set of ingredients. Your parents, the state of your body, what your body looks like, the part of the world that you're in, what happens around you, and even certain experiences, you're given a set of ingredients, right? That's what karma is. And basically it's what are you going to do with those ingredients, because many people in life are dealt terrible cards, are given the worst of ingredients, and many of those people make the best out of life. They create magic out of the worst ingredients. Maybe they had a really terrible start to life, or they had some kind of trauma or abuse, or they were born into a body that doesn't work very well, or whatever it is, and they literally made a delicious cake out of the worst ingredients. And other people in life get dealt the best ingredients, right? Maybe they come from a rich family, they got amazing parents, or they got the best body, or, whatever. They get dealt the best of ingredients, and somehow their life just derails. Okay? So that's the idea of karma. For whatever reason, you're given the hand you've been dealt, you've been given the ingredients for that situation that you've been given. There's not much you can do about it. The only control you have is what you do with those ingredients. Okay? So, that's one part of it, in the sense that, people say like, oh, it might be easy for you, you're born into a body that works, or you're part of this part of the world or whatever. And yes, there is all those things. We all have different blessings and different challenges. We've all been given that for sure. But that's part of the karmic process, and why it happens, you don't really need to know. Why you were given the cards that you were dealt. It's like when you are going to play a card game, you don't question why the cards were dealt that way. It's just how they were dealt. You don't argue with the dealer. It's just how it is. So in your life, all throughout your life, you get dealt a hand. Maybe it's a good hand, maybe not. Your job is to do the best you can with the ingredients that you have. Okay, so you can be dealt the worst hand in a card game. It doesn't mean you can't win. It just means you need to be creative about how you use your cards. So no matter the situation you're currently in, no matter what you've been dealt, I don't know your situation personally, unless I know you, maybe I do, depending who's listening. But basically, we don't know what hand we've all been dealt. Only you know that on a personal level. So I'm not going to say what you need to do with the cards that you've been dealt, okay? But abundance as a frequency is separate to that, okay? Whatever you've been dealt, abundance is separate. Think of it as separate. If you've been dealt the worst hand in life, you can't say that there's no abundance available, because those two don't go together, okay? What you've been dealt on a karmic level, whether it's from a past life or something from this life, is completely irrelevant to the fact that there is abundance out there, that there is abundance everywhere. Every breath that you take is abundance, right? All of this is all abundance. Abundance. It's all abundance, right? Everything is abundant. It's all available. It's all available. If you have $1, you can view that as an abundant $1, So abundance is a frequency. It's not split up into love, health, money, success, fun. It's one frequency. It's like saying that we've got different oxygen to breathe. We don't. Okay, so each breath that you take, it's the same. It's the same. It's abundance. It's abundance. It's abundance. You can't split up the air and say, I'm just going to breathe in this, this part of the oxygen, not this. It's all one. I don't know how I'm going explaining this, by the way, because I've only just kind of figured this out in my head and feeling good with it. So hopefully it makes sense. Hopefully it lands. But think of it as not separate categories of abundance. There's just one big pool of abundance, and it's infinite. It's everywhere. It's more everywhere than the air is. It's everywhere, through every fiber of our being, every cell, every universe, every part of this world contains this abundance frequency. Now, what blocks you from this abundance frequency is when you're not in tune with abundance, okay? If you're in tune with abundance, you see abundance, you feel abundance, you see it, you experience it on every level, right? If you are blocking it out, maybe because you're scared of love, you're scared of holding infinite amount of money, you don't believe it's possible to make a certain amount of money, you don't believe it's possible for the body to heal itself, you don't believe in the good of the world or the love and the joy and the peace that's all available in every moment. If you don't believe it's there, you're not going to experience it. And this is the trouble. I was just talking to my partner about this on our walk, and I said, people say with Santa Claus, they'll say, seeing isn't believing, believing is seeing, right? If you don't believe in Santa Claus, you're not going to experience what it's like to believe that Santa Claus is there, But kids, they believe in Santa Claus, many of them do. And you see the joy and the fun that they have with that, okay? So this is the same. With abundance, you can't wait until you see abundance to feel abundance and to experience it. That's not how it works. You have to be in tune with abundance. I feel like there are footsteps everywhere, but they're not. It's a bit spooky. Anyway, you have to be in tune with abundance in order to experience abundance, right? That's how it works. Okay, so if you are blocking, say you're blocking love. For some reason you're scared of love. If you're blocking love, which in itself is abundant, if you're blocking that, you're blocking a part of abundance. So if you're blocking love, you may be blocking money, you may be blocking health, you may be blocking joy. You're blocking it all because it's one frequency. You can't block one part of one frequency, okay? It's infinite. It's all wrapped in the one. So if you're blocking money, to some level, you're also blocking love. You're blocking health. You're blocking joy, okay? You've got to see it as infinitely available, infinitely around. And when you can see it like that, suddenly it's all there. As soon as you choose to believe, and that's all it takes, it's just a change of belief. And that's pretty hard if you've been conditioned to believe that that doesn't exist. Of course, why would any people in this world who are making profit off our misery, why would they want you to believe in the infinite, available, abundant energy that is around you? Why would they want you to believe in that? Right? This is manifestation, right? If you don't believe in abundance, you don't believe there's true love, you don't believe that love lasts forever, you don't believe in infinite amounts of money, you don't believe in self-healing, why would you experience it? Right? You're manifesting the opposite. You're manifesting what you believe. And if you don't believe it to be true, then that's what you get. So what I'm hoping my new understanding of this kind of makes you feel is that maybe you get on a deeper level with the frequency of abundance. Maybe you start to see it as one, as a whole. And if it is a whole, how do we become in tune with it? I believe it starts in nature. See all this nature right now. See how it's not asking for any more. It's not thinking, this river is not substantial enough. There are deeper rivers, faster flowing rivers. I'll never be as good as those rivers. It's not begging for more water. It's not begging for less. It's not saying it's too much. It's not possible to hold that much water. The trees aren't wishing for anything. No one's wishing for anything. And yet, look how beautiful it all is. It's beautiful. We step out here and we feel the abundance nature of all of this. Even though none of it is seeking abundance. If you're seeking abundance, does that not place distance between you and abundance? It places distance, right? If I'm seeking abundance, it places a distance. If I'm seeking you, connection with you, and I'm seeking that connection with you, does that not create a me and a you, a separateness? That places us apart. But if I imagine that we're one, we're already connected, there's no distance at all. It places us as one. So all of this nature, it's not seeking abundance, it is abundance. It is. Right? It just is. It's as simple as that. There's no seeking, there just is. So to get in tune with abundance, you need to be abundance. You are one with abundance. You decide that you were born from abundance. Did you ask to be born? Did you seek to be born? Do you remember doing that? No, it happened. You were born out of that abundance, and now you've created the separateness between you and abundance. You are abundance. You came out of it. You are it, which means you can have all of that abundance. You can have the health, you can have the healing, you can have the love, you can have the joy, you can have the peace, you can have the money, you have whatever you want. You become abundance, and you become abundance from a pure place, not a greedy place, not a dangerous place. You meet abundance at the level of joy, peace, love. So the more love you feel, the more joy you feel, the more fun you have, the more you receive. You know, for the first time this week, I did a practice that I've heard for many years that I should try, and I've never have because it made me feel too awkward. Buy the person behind you in the coffee shop a coffee. I did that, tried it, God, it felt good. I felt so good. I felt so much joy, so much love, so much fun. I really did, you know, and technically I lost more money than I needed to. But because I acted with love and like I have an infinite amount and there's enough to share, I felt that right back. So I encourage you to get in tune with abundance, to stop placing distance between you and abundance, to stop thinking that abundance comes in so many categories and so many shades. It's one thing. Practice becoming in tune with that one thing. And you might be surprised with what you tap into. Thank you for being here, magical human. I hope you enjoyed this abundance chat. I hope you enjoyed the river. I'm hoping the audio worked out. Fingers crossed. But I choose to believe that anyone who wants to listen to this will. Anyone who needs to hear this will. It's abundant in nature. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just is. So I hope you enjoy it. Please share it with someone who you think it might help. And if you haven't heard, I have opened the doors to coaching again, which is amazing. It's been a couple years. If you would like help creating a magical mindset, creating a life of joy, peace, love, alignment with all things abundance, you can go down below in the show notes and book a call with me and we can chat, you and me. I'd love to chat to you and we can decide whether this is something that will help you. I've only got 3 spots left, so if you want in, now is the time to chat to me, all right? You can call me for free. It costs nothing, okay? So jump on a call with me, let's chat, and yeah, the call is free. You can talk to me. Ask me any questions you've got. I would love to meet you. Thank you. Check out that link below. Please leave a rating or a review on the platform that you listen to this through. Rate the trees as perfect and beautiful. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, magical human. I'll see you next time.